Right, let's get started. So what I've done is I've cut the onions and I've cut the tomatoes, and topped it, guys, with your garlic. This is one way you can do it. Some people know about this way still, so, but you squash it like that, it's easier to cut it. And then you can cut it the other way, like that. It's one technique you can do it. Squash it like that. So obviously first you add your oil, and yeah, any oil you want. This is the oil that is in this cupboard at the moment, so I'll be using this one, but this one's a quite healthy one. I try to use healthy oils, rapeseed oil. This one's high in omega-3, but yeah, that's not even relevant, but you know, there we go. So you're going to add the appropriate amount to how much you're going to add, okay? So I'm actually cooking quite a big portion today, so yeah, I'll just be doing it accordingly. I've got all these mushrooms to add after, but first of all, what I'm going to add is the tomatoes, the red onions, and the garlic. So yeah, there's a way for that to heat up a little bit, not too high because we don't want it to burn as soon as it touches the pan, okay? So hear that noise? All right. That's a good sound. Yeah, I like that sound. Perfect. That in. Right. So next, we're going to be cutting up some mushrooms. Now, you want to use baby mushrooms for these, but or you can use any type you want. But it's just easier and nicer to have sort of a chunky bite of half a baby mushroom rather than sliced mushrooms, just for the recipe I'm making. But of course you can like alter the recipe to your own standards and your own, you know, liking. So this is how this is looking right now. I've turned the temperature down because we're going to cook this slowly. We're not rushing this, okay? This is going to be a piece de resistance, okay, recipe. I actually didn't cut these properly. I don't know what I've done with these garlic, but we're just going to leave it like that. We're just going to go with it. So yeah, that's that for now. So now I'm going to be chopping these babies. No, I don't want these bits right now, so I'm just going to take these bits off. I'm just slicing it in half. Take that off. Slice in half. Take that off. Slice in half. Like that. This is all the mushroom done, and that's quite a lot of mushroom, but that's good for my portion what I'm making. So I'm just now going to add this to the pot. Right about now, that is sizzling away very, very nicely. and it's on low heat. It's basically in between medium and low, but it's closer to low. And that's what we want, because we want it to reduce, and we want the juices to really, you know, come out of the veg and, yeah, come into a saucy texture. But this is just the start of it, basically. Okay, so yeah, next what I want to do is cut up some spring onions. Now the reason I didn't do it at the all together with that, like with the onions and tomatoes and garlic, was because sometimes spring onions, they do cook very quickly and they can get sort of this hard texture. So I'd rather put it in when it's, you know, bubbling down like that. So yeah, they can still stay soft, cooked but soft, basically. Ooh. I think, guys, these spring onions are a little bit old, like not old, but you know, they're not proper past it, but you see the things on the outside that there was a bit dry, like crusty up. Yeah, but if you peel it, it's alright. Like, don't waste stuff. If you can still use it, then find a use for it. Like, if there's no mold on it, if it smells alright, you know, if it looks alright, then use it. Like, any ingredients you can use to add to recipes, you really should, especially if it's like veg that is healthy for you, you know, or something that is good for you. Like, why would you just waste it just because what the leaves are dried, or because it says it's past its sell-by date? Like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you really think, like, if you lived in the jungle, then you would do that? No, you wouldn't. You would just get it. There's no sell-by dates in the jungle. What if you lived, you know, in the desert? What if you lived, you know, in the wilderness? You wouldn't do that if you lived in a forest. Do you get it? So, yeah. But you should be careful of the mushrooms, because obviously some of them will be poisonous, you know. But yeah. So yeah, we've got lovely bunch of spring onions. I'm just gonna, yeah. And just like that, and voila, just like that. That's that in. Lovely. So, it's smelling really nice, reducing nicely. But right about now, as you can see, like, because it's reducing and stuff, and because it's evaporating, we need to add some moisture. So I'm going to be adding some water to this. Okay, is there any in this kettle? Let's see. There's some in this kettle, so that's good. I need to turn the freaking thing up. No more. I need to be doing. So, what I'm going to do now is cut up the meat, but I'm going to be frying this in a separate pan. So, just make sure this one's clean. And yeah, so what the meats that we're going to be using today for this recipe are, right, so we're going to be using chicken breast fillets, okay, so basically chicken breasts, okay, I've only got 2 here, but we don't want too much meat. Like, I'm not a meat person, obviously you already know this, but I'm going to be making it for people who eat meat. So I'm going to be eating the meat because I'm having a day off from not eating meat. Flexitarian things. If you know, then you know what, right, okay. So, yeah, and I'm going to be using bacon, okay, bacon medallions, but they're basically, you know, just bacon rasher, you know what I mean, just bacon. You can use turkey bacon, you can use, you know, or pork bacon, you know what I mean. But you don't have to use it if you don't eat pork. Now, typically, I don't really agree with eating pork because I'm not into the meat, but pork especially. But, you know what I mean, on the odd rare, then yeah, alright, it's okay. What? You know what I mean? It's alright sometimes, but more time, yeah, pork is not good for you. But, rare occasion, can have some pork. So, yeah. But this is a Be Good to Yourself one. This is a 50% less fat. And, you know, if I was to get it, I would get the less fat one. So this is 50% less fat. So that's good. And then I decided to also get some sausages. But I didn't want pork sausages because there's too much pork. You know what I mean? So I got chicken sausages. These are called chicken Ambiano'S. And I know people know about this one. I know you not like this with your fry-ups, you know. I know that I don't even eat these things there, but I thought this will go good in the recipe, you feel me? Because, you know, I just think I know what works well together. So, this is a complete recipe that I have not Googled, I have not seen. You know, I might have took inspiration from a recipe that, you know, I might have seen here and there, but this is complete my own recipe, okay? I just thought in my head, you know, I wanted a creamy pasta dish, and this is the one that I come up with. So, you know, I just walked in the shop, thought, buy this, this will all go together. Do you understand? Because more time when we cook, you know what I mean? I don't really need to be looking up things. I just know it in my head. When you're cooked, you just know. When you've been cooking for a long time, and you know way around the kitchen, and you've been doing it, like, you know what I mean? You just know what to do. But yeah, so that's the meat I'm going to put in. So right about now, I'm going to be cutting it up and then frying it in a separate pan. What we're going to do is actually fry the one that takes the most time to cook first, because that makes the most sense. You know, common sense tells us to cook the one that takes the longest first. Put that first in the pan. So that's going to be obviously the chicken. So we're going to do the chicken first, because chicken is unsafe if you don't cook it properly, don't cook it true. We all know this. Pork is alright, don't cook it true. Obviously, if you're cooking beef, that's alright if you don't cook it true. But chicken, no, honey. No. And these are just sausages. So these are already, well, I can eat these like this, even though it's a bit raw, but it's okay. But these are just the chicken processed sausages. That's alright to be cooked last. The real chicken, cook that first, okay? So yeah, but you wash your blood clot chicken. So I just took it out of the packet. I'm going to wash it. What did you think this was? Like, what did you think this was? So once you have washed your chicken, whatever you wash it with, if you wash it with water and then add lemon, or if you want to add vinegar, or if you just want to do water and salt and wash it. Once you have washed your chicken, you want to cut it up into small but chunky bite-sized pieces, basically. Okay, you don't want to do it too small, but you don't want to do it too big, because you want it to stretch. You feel me? What is that? Oh, that's a bit of sausage. That's alright. Okay, so something like this sort of size. Okay, look at the veins. I don't even touch chicken these days like that. Forgot it has veins, you know. It's a bit of sausage, but yeah, so basically size like that, okay? A size like that, right? I'm gonna cut this nicely. Make sure your hands are clean. This is Amber's cooking show, okay? So if you don't like Amber's cooking show, you can go and put on Food Network. You get it? You can go and put on Jamie Oliver, Mills, you know, Channel 4. You can go and put on, you know, Gordon Ramsay, you know, Kitchen. Whatever you want to put on. But this is Amber's cooking show. So this is, and I'm in my chef and up things. This is what the chicken frying off currently looking like, okay? So we're going to let that cook properly. What we're going to do soon, like in a minute, is add the seasoning. Now, these are the seasonings that we're going to be adding, okay? We're going to add some ground cumin, garlic granules, paprika, chili flakes, mixed herbs, all-purpose seasoning, ground turmeric basically, and mild curry powder. Now there's not much left in that, which is why I'm adding ground cumin. If I was to add more of that, then I wouldn't be adding cumin basically, because curry powder has cumin mixed into it. So yeah, that's why I'm adding the cumin. But yeah, these are all the seasonings that I'll be adding, okay? So as you can see, I have now added my seasoning. Halfway cooked, it's just under halfway cooked. Now that's all the seasoning you need. Don't over season it. I added actually quite a generous amount, and that seasoning is then, because this is going to be transferred into here once all the meat is cooked. So that's all the seasoning we need, baby. Like, trust me, that is going to mix up into the sauce once we actually do the sauce, and then we can taste it and see what we need to add after. But that is looking beautiful. I think I'll cut them like, no, I need to do it more chunky. Yeah, do it quite chunky like that. I need to add it to this pot. Fry it like that. Should I cut it? So the bacon, I'm just going to fry it like that, and then once it is done, I'm going to slice it, and that is how I'm going to choose to do it, basically. And I want it crispy, but I don't want it burnt. So, yeah. But I want it still, you know, soft and chewy. But it can't be like, yeah, just like crispy, like nearly burnt like that. Can't be like that, basically. So, yeah. And by the way, I have transferred the contents of this pan over to this pan with the sausages as well. And it's cooking down really nicely, and I'll show you all in one set. This is the chicken and sausage mixture with the mushroom, tomato and onion mixture, and the bacon is cooking. I just turn that up. I just didn't want to burn it while I'm doing other stuff. So yeah, that is turned up and that's lovely, and that's got all the flavor already from the chicken and stuff in there, so that is lovely. And yeah, once that is done and I've turned that over and it's done to my liking, I'll be slicing it up and adding it into here. Now right about now, this is needing some moisture because it's starting to stick to the pan. So I've got some, we don't use tap water around here. So yeah, either boil some water in the kettle, or just get a bottle of water or filtered water, whatever clean water you have, and add some to the ham. And you need to turn that up so it cooks really nicely, okay? And that's about enough. So I'm also actually going to add some hot curry powder because it is very flavorful, but because I've added some water and it's soaking up some of the flavor is still there. Now I haven't added too much water, so do be careful guys, do not add too much please, because we are going to be putting some moisture in by means of the cream, so it doesn't need as much moisture from the water. You know, we're making a sauce but we're not making a soup, you see what I'm saying, we're not making a stew. So I've just tasted it, it's plentiful flavor. But I'm just going to add this as an added touch, and I do want it a little bit more hot, so I'm going to add some Caribbean hot curry powder. But because it's got extra stuff that I didn't actually put in it, like coriander, I already put turmeric, but it's got turmeric, a little bit of salt, rice flour, I already put cumin, but it's got cumin, cayenne pepper, it's got onion powder, it's got fennel, fenugreek, it's got ginger, black pepper. And yeah, it's got turmeric and chili, even as edit, but it's got some extra stuff that I would like to add in. So yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit of this. I'm just cutting up the bacon, and I don't know, I'm tempted to a little bit. Lovely. That's really naughty though, honestly. She's very flaky, but yeah, there's just gonna be just basically pieces like that. Wash that in, okay. It's not, this is cooked, but you want it to be more cooked in there with all the rest of the ingredients. Now, it doesn't have to be cut perfect, obviously. Well, it can't be because they're not all, you know, the same size and all that. And it is meat, so... But just cut it as nicely, obviously, as you can, you know. That will do. Lovely. Okay. Make sure your sides are clean as well if you're cutting it on your sides. Hygiene is extremely important. Just a girl licking her fingers and... I'm going to clean my hands though. What you want to do after you've added the bacon is add the rest of your water, okay? Like I said, don't overflow it, don't put too much, but you know, you can use our common sense to know and acquire how much we need to add to just make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. Okay, so yeah, that is lovely. This is going to be about the time, guys, when we're going to add our cream. Now, you want to add a single cream, okay? Now, you want to do the savoury one, not the sweet one. And I do know that, obviously, the one you can get in the chiller section is doesn't have that much sugar in, like it's not that much sweet. But what I'm saying is, if you can get the one in cartons, I think that would be better, but it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's a single cream, okay? Now, I'm using a single cream that is made from soya milk and not cow's milk, because I do not believe in ingesting cow's milk, because I'm not a cow, basically. So I don't need to drink milk from a cow's titty, because when I was a baby, I drank the milk from my mother's titty. When I was a baby, first of all, I'm not a baby no more, so I don't need milk like that from teat. But I'm not a cow, so yeah, I'm not be drinking that. But obviously, I'm using cheese and stuff and thing in this recipe. But what I'm saying is, in general, I don't do milk. I don't do, like, you know, cow's milk cheese. I don't do eggs. I don't do nothing like that. But yeah, each to their own. I'm not like a vegan advocate like that. I'm not an advocate like, you know, like preaching up the things like that. I'm not. I'm just saying what I do in my life, and also, you know, the route I've gone down and chosen, and also just what is better to do is to move away from animal products. You don't have to cut out completely, but try to cut it down, because it really is better for your health overall. And I don't need to list the facts, obviously, because like I said, I'm not preaching, but you can go and Google it, do your own research. Also try it out and see how you feel. But yeah, so I'll be using this cream, and I have 4. There are mini, but it's 4, so it's quite a lot because I'm making a big portion. But yeah, next I'll be adding these. Don't know if I'll need 4 actually. We'll see. Oh, that thing is hot. Oh, can't touch this. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I need 4, but I'm making a lot. It's got a lot of meat. I need a lot of sauce. I'm making a big portion of spaghetti with this. We'll see how it turns out. Can't take away from the flavour, that's the thing. So yeah, we'll see. I have added all 4 because it just made sense for the portion that I'm making to add all 4. And I have tried a bit of the sauce on a separate spoon, and it's flavourful. It's plenty flavourful. And because I'll be adding cheese and cream cheese to this, it really does need the moisture and the, you know, this, you know, the wetness of the as much sauce as possible, basically. So yeah, it is correct to be doing that, and that's what I'll be doing. So when I add the cheese and stuff, it will obviously look more creamier and less wet, so don't even worry about all of that. But yeah, also any you know, juices and oils and flavorings left from the other pan, what you want to do is not waste that, okay? You really don't want to. You want to scrape that, okay, into the pan, because that's all extra flavor, and that's a no waste thing, okay? You want to scrape as much of that as you can, because that's all you're going to add to it. It's all about the little things like this that you do. It makes a difference. So yeah, that's good. Right about now, since it is halfway cooked, it is a good time to be boiling your pasta. So you can do pasta, whatever pasta you like, or you can do spaghetti. I'm doing spaghetti, and I'll show you the spaghetti that I'm using. Now, some people actually boil their water before they put it into the pan. Now, there's actually no need to do that, by the way. Like, I really do think people who do that, they are a little bit extra. You really do not have to do that. Like, you think it takes quicker, but more time it doesn't make that much of a difference because it's boiled that ways, but it's not boiled that ways. So whether it takes 5 minutes extra or not, you really are already doing a 5 minutes extra by putting it in and waiting for it to boil. So you might as well do extra by doing that. Do you get what I mean? Bless you. Is this gonna light up? Thank you. That's what I thought. Now this thing's stronger, so put it on the stronger flame. Does the work, you know. Oh. I need a massage. No, I need to go to a spa or something. I need to have some. No TLC for me. Are you mad? Oh, my back. Oh. I'm thirsty. What about now? The water is basically boiled, so I'm about to add the spaghetti in. Now this is the spaghetti that I'm using an organic whole wheat spaghetti. Now it's good to be using this for this recipe, to be honest, because you don't want too much starch and too much like carbs with the white pasta, because you know this recipe has got a lot of calories in it already. It's very creamy. There's a lot of cheese in it. There's going to be a lot of carbs. You know, it's heavy. So you don't want that stodginess from the white pasta or the white spaghetti. So to be honest with you, whole wheat is a good option. And in general, I will use whole wheat pasta and whole wheat spaghetti. Like whole wheat in general. Like if I use rice, I don't use white rice. Even with sugar, I don't use white sugar. Usually I use brown sugar. With bread, I don't eat bread, but if I do, it will be a brown bread. To be honest with you, a whole wheat option is always the better option. Not telling you anything new, y'all already know this, but yeah, if you can make a switch, like in general, that would be great. But for this recipe in particular, I think this will be really, 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 really good. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this in now, and to be honest with you, I might even use all of it because, like I said, I'm making a big portion and there's a lot of sauce, guys. While it's boiling away, what I'm going to be doing is adding, this is a full fat, so naughty. You can use a less percentage of fat, which actually would have preferred, but I don't know, I just picked up this one. But anyway, I'm going to use a soft cheese, okay? So, you know, Philadelphia, all that stuff, or, you know, whatever make you want. I'm going to use a soft cheese. I'm going to put all of it in. Okay, but yeah, put the appropriate amount to, you know, the portion that you're going to make, obviously. So I'm going to add this to the sauce. What I'm going to be doing right now, while that's all bubbling away, all that good stuff, what I'm going to do is grate the cheese. Now I'm using 2 different types of cheeses. You don't have to use two different types of cheeses, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So I picked up this, okay, and like I said, it's light because you want to pick the lighter options because it's heavy, because it's rich, because there's a lot of cream, because there's going to be a lot of calories. You want to pick the lighter options. You want to pick the options where there's going to be less salt and less fat, okay? So, yeah, this is grated mature cheese, okay? This is probably just a cheddar. And I'm going to be mixing it with a red Leicester because this was in my mum's fridge. Right now I'm at my mum's cooking, so yeah, it's in her fridge. I thought I might as well just, you know, add the 2. It's going to be extra special. Do you get it? So yeah, I'm going to be grating this, and then once I've finished grating, yeah, I'm going to add it in, and it's nearly done basically. You can add as little or as much cheese as you like, I'm just going to be extra because obviously big pot and all that. So I'll be just adding all of this. You know, I'll just be adding all of it. At the end of the day, you're not going to have like a massive plate. You're just going to have like a nice medium, like, you know, portion. You're not going to be, it's very rich. Do you get it? So when you eat it, you know, it's going to fill you up because it's pasta and creamy sauce. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that we're adding a lot of cheese, because that all adds to the flavour of it. So that is a big pile of cheese. About to add that in now. You know the Michael Jackson song? I think it don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, time big. You know when it is a bit where Mama say Mama Kasap, you know that bit, yeah? You do know that it's actually saying, I'ma say one more time, I'm not gonna stop. It's actually, I'ma say one more time, I'm not gonna stop. But the way he says it, everyone thinks it's I'ma say Mama Kasap, I'ma say Mama Kasap. And it is actually, I'ma say one more time, I'm not gonna stop. I'ma say one more. Yeah, I just found that out the other day. And it was just thing on Instagram, and everyone was like, wow, like more time people think it's I'ma say Mama Kasap, I'ma say Mama Kasap. Isn't that funny though? Isn't it? Why would he be saying, what does that mean? Mama say Mama Kasap, Mama say Mama Kasap. Like it learns something new every day. Yeah. With the rest of the cheese, what you want to do is not add all of it, but you do want to add half of it, because you want to save the rest to just sprinkle on top when you have it on your plate, because that's just nice to have a sprinkle of cheese on top of your pasta. So yeah, so don't add all of it, okay? And also it's got enough cheese in it already, so be careful, you know, not to overdo it. But yeah, so that's about all right, you know, like that really is all right. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's cooking away nicely. This is almost done. And what I'd like to show you guys is basically this is thickening up. You want it to thicken up, okay? So you want it to be gloopy, but not like thick gloopy, but you want it to be gloopy. So when it falls off of the spoon, you want it to be, you know, like that, okay? You want it to be sort of like that. You see? You see me? Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm so excited to eat this already. Next thing I'm going to do is add the, by the way guys, Dominica, okay, a weapon, half Dominican, get it, get the things. Me Dominican girl, you know what I mean, is where I come from, Dominica, right there, yes. So, what we're gonna do next is to add the young, yeah, because it's called young, add the young spinach, you get me? Young things only, okay? Young buck spinach, okay? Not no old wrinkly thing, you know what I mean? Young spinach, we're going to add, we need some green, we need some greenery, what the hell, like, we can't have all yellow browns up in the place, you get it, all creams up in the place. No, you need a bit of green in my life, on your life, in the life, yeah, I understand. So you add some spinach. Spinach is very, very healthy. One of the healthiest like vegetables, or you know, like leaves you can eat basically. So yeah, and you don't know, you need iron in your life, okay? Iron is very important, trust me, I know. All right, because I ended up very anemic one time and ended up in hospital because I wasn't eating properly, but I wasn't getting enough iron. It's not good to be anemic, it's not nice, It's not for show. It's not some showy thing, because there's things on Instagram that says, oh, only hot girls, only cute girls are anemic. Ignore all that nonsense, okay? Yes, me a cute girl and me a bit anemic. Yeah, that's true. But it's not cute to be anemic. It's not nice. It's not nice to feel weak sometimes. It's not nice to have low days where you have very, very low energy, where you're weak, where you're fatigued, you don't know why, and you can't even move, and you feel like, why my bones feel weak, and you know what I mean? No, it's not nice. So yeah, now I'm up in my iron. I got plenty energy, like me normal, like me is. You understand? That's me. You know what I mean? You have to be you. Anyways, y'all already know. You already don't know to talk too much. Let me add my spinach. Know that I've been contemplating over the years to go on MasterChef, right? Did you know that? Huh? Yes, I need to go on MasterChef. No, for years I've been saying that I need to go on MasterChef, because honestly, when I chef up the things, I chef up the things. Like proper. No, this is proper nice. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This is so good. Oh my God, like when I actually come into the kitchen and I'm actually like, I'm going to chef up something that's going to be like, I'm thinking of making something that is like, yeah, I'm going to make my own recipe. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to put like a lot of love and tender care into it. You know what I'm saying? And when it's ready, it's ready. I'm not rushing because I'm hungry. No. You know what I mean? You have to take your time. Seriously, I chef up some things. I think, yeah, where's my cookbook? Like, why am I not a master chef yet? Like, what going on? Like, nah, come dine with me thing. Don't you think I should? Huh? You're on mute because you don't want your voice to be in what? In my vlog? Be around mute. What are you talking about? I say yes or no. You agree with me or not? No, you agree. Thank you. You say yes, yeah. Thank you. But yeah, who support me though if I go on, what? You know what I mean? If I go on MasterChef, if I go on Come Down Me, if I go on one of them programs, who's going to support me? Like, come on, where's my gang? Comment down in the comments below if you think me can cook. And yeah, if you try any of my recipes, let me know. Or yeah, if you enjoy watching these recipe vlogs, let me know. Come on now. Like, let me know. I know you like stepping into Amber's kitchen. Don't deny it. Know what I mean? Don't deny it, because you're going to fry it. You get it? But yeah, look at this. Look at this, guys. Beautiful. You don't even know the smells. You don't even know the taste. You don't even know, baby. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Yes. Next thing, guys, and I almost forgot. We're going to do some garlic bread, but we're doing a bit push up in here. And we're doing garlic ciabatta, okay? Yeah, it's got garlic and parsley in, but yeah, basically garlic bread. Oh look, we'll do so, yeah. We like that every time. But yeah. We're gonna put this in the oven and it won't take long. It only takes about oven cooked from chilled 16 to 8 minutes. It's okay. It's fine. Because yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna put this in the oven now. And yeah, we're gonna have some garlic bread with it, and this will really, really go with it. And it's gonna go with the vibe of, you know, Vapiano's and all that. So yeah, this might be like, and at the end of the day, this isn't Vapiano's. This is Ambiano'S. Do you get it? Ambiano'S. Listen, this might even be the name of my recipe. Ambiano'S. Nah? Oh, we'll see. I like that. Who likes that? I know you like that. Okay. What I find is that it's best when you do garlic bread to put it in a piece of foil, because it just cooks through better when you put it in foil. You don't need to put it on an oven tray or anything. So yeah, put it in a piece of foil, the oven, for about, like, you know, 10 to 15 minutes basically. That should be alright, that should be done. So this sauce is now done, guys, and you will know when it's done because you will see by the consistency and by the longness that it's cooked. And yeah, after you add the spinach, okay, you want it to be sort of wilted like this, but you don't want to be like shriveled up. But yeah, you can tell that that has cooked through now. Don't worry if it overflows, because it's the portion you cook, and it happens sometimes, you know, the pot overflows. But yeah, so make sure you just scrape anything on the bottom. Make sure you just scrape it so it just comes through to the actual sauce. And you don't want any sauce to just be dried up on the bottom. You just don't really want that, really. You want as much sauce to be saucy as possible, if you get where my drift. If you get where my drift is going. So yeah, what you want to now do is mix it in with the spaghetti. If it does prove easier, please do get a scooper spoon like this. What do you call this? A ladle, basically. And do it like this. Now, sometimes it depends on what your pots are saying. You can transfer the pasta to here. But because my pots are saying this, if you get me, I'm transferring this to there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. As you can see, this pot is clearly not big enough, so I'm gonna have to get a much bigger pot to put it all in, because there's no point in, you know, stuffing it in. We have to mix it up properly to get it. So I'm gonna transfer everything into this big lovely pot here. So this is the finished product, guys. And doesn't this just look divine? Doesn't this just look lush? Doesn't this just look... You already know what it looks like. And to be honest with you, the camera, even though my camera's good, it's not doing it its justice. Like, seriously, this is the ultimate just luxury pasta, okay? Ambiano'S, do you get it? In the place, okay? Yes. We're gonna serve it up. Ooh. Yes.
Don't you cry, baby, even if it's more than lightning. Don't you cry, baby, even if it's more shit. Because I'm chips and fries, they'll never taste so good.
So guys, it's all plated up for everyone that is eating this dish with me. And thank you guys for watching. This is the finished product. So this is it in my hands. I'm about to eat. Yes. So let me know if you try out this recipe, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along with me. You know, this is Amber's cooking show. Ambiano'S. You done know the team. Hit that like button. Hit that, you know, subscribe button and comment down below. But guys, I'm about to eat. I'll see you in my next blood clot video. Thank you guys. Bye.